Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. Aren't you guys tired of seeing me every day? You can comment yes or no, it won't hurt my feelings. Anyway, today Karen Yanni sent me these, remember? So I'm going to do two of them. I think there was I think there was 6 or 7 different designs. These are the two I chose, and I've been thinking a while about how I can do them. So I think I'm going to make like sun catchers out of them. They could be ornaments too, but I'm not sure. But since they're sea life and I'm in Florida, these can go on the sliding glass doors so you don't run into the door. My idea is to fill them. These are all my colored UV resins that I've gotten. This set was from Lightwish. I bought these individually from Temu. And I'm also going to use 2 of my own glitters. This one is called Razzle Dazzle, and this one is called Gold Rush. So I'm going to do my turtle in the Razzle Dazzle, and I'm going to do the starfish in the Gold Rush, only because I'm not using those. I'm going to try 2 different styles for a background to see which one looks nicer. So I'm going to do like a geode style on the back of one, maybe a crackle effect on the back of one. I'm going to do some other styles on the back of other ones on another day. So this is going to take some intricate work and time. So I'm just going to get started on the UV portion. I've got my light here, and this one has the shelf in it, which these are sitting on a shelf right now, so I don't have to lift them up. So this shelf goes right inside that light, and you can cure the top and the bottom. I'm pretty sure these will go through the bottom. I don't see why they wouldn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on a little fast forward because this is going to take a while. I'm not going to go like super fast because I'm sure you want to see what I'm going to do. I won't put you on a fast forward just yet, but I will eventually because like I said, this is going to take a lot of time. I think I'm going to do the little stuff first, maybe, before I do the big stuff. This one has some seaweed plants or whatever they are and some bubbles as the little stuff. So I have several greens. What I'm going to do here is just open these all up because the color on the tag is not exactly the color that's on the bottle, in the bottle. So in order to know what I'm talking about, I want to see the inside of them. So I'm just going to open these all up, set them aside. That one's really pretty. But I know I want the backs in the blue shades because I want them to be like sea life. So I don't want to do a ton of blues in here. I don't mind the greens for the grass and stuff. And that's why I chose different colors for the actual animal themselves, because I don't want a blue animal if you're not going to see it from the background. So let me just pick one of these now that I have these lids all wrong. This one goes to this one. This is a pretty green one. Let me get that out. Really pretty green one. And I did put it on a black piece of paper because everything was so light for you guys to see. So I hope you can actually see it. I will zoom in a little bit as soon as I start this. That way you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm going to do a little bit at a time. So let's just work on this little turtle one first. And it's kind of hard to reach. Oh, I'm just going to kind of put it in and then use a little tool to spread it out. You don't need very much at all. That's what the dotting tool is for, and I found the tiniest one that I had. So let's see how the dotting tool works for this. So I'm just going to kind of move it into position and then clean off what I don't want done before I cure it, so it's not in the wrong spot. Now, I get really like picky about stuff like this. So that's why I'm going to fast forward, because this is going to take me a while until I'm happy with it. It's such a small area. right, so once you get it all in where you want it, I'm just going to take my lighter, and there might be bubbles in there. I don't know. I can't tell. So just take a lighter so you don't ruin your mold. Pop any bubbles in the resin. I'm going to move this off of the tray. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. I'm just going to pop this in the UV light for just a couple minutes, not a lot. Make sure it's going to cure before I move on. I just popped it in there for less than a minute. All I wanted to do was kind of get it, you know, hard enough where it's not going to move so I can move on to the other stuff. So I think I'm going to move on to this set here next. We're going to go with a darker green. Not that one. Well, it's kind of like a bluish green. These don't have colors on them. This is what they look like. You can find, I don't know if they still have them. This was a long time ago. Oh, actually, it's called dark green. And the other one that I used, if you want to try to find it, again, these are from Temu, Diamond Dust Glitter. I'll try to find the link and link it for you. It's been a while. Grass green. So I'm just going to do, whoops, the same thing over here. Figure out what color I want those bubbles. And then I'll UV light this too. This one is going to be way harder. I wonder if I could go into with like my acrylic pens. This is like really, really tiny and shallow. Let me see how it goes. Okay, 2 down. I'm going to do the bubbles and then I'm going to do the body. So I'm going to do the bubbles in white. It's like a white pearl, I think. It just says white, but it's a pearly white. So I'm not sure. I think I'm going to squirt it in a little container. It's just easier to dot in than it is to squirt in a little thing. Kind of like doing a ring. Just to touch where the little bubble is. It's almost impossible not to go over the lines. I'm kind of like, you know, a little kid trying to stay in the lines coloring right now. Getting mad when you go out of the lines. But these are so small. You almost can't help it. I see two tiny little fish here, so I'm going to, let's see, what color do I want the fish? Maybe I'll do the black that comes with it. Let me try to mix it up real quick. Make sure they're shaken really good. Otherwise you'll get like just the clear liquid out before you get out the actual resin. So I'm just gonna squirt a little bit on my paper towel to make sure that doesn't happen. Actually, maybe I'll just do that. I only need 2 little tiny droplets because these fish are so small. Probably won't even be able to tell they're fish. Actually, it's not working from in there, so I'm just going to use the other side of this little container. This is like a black pearl. I'm just using this part as like a little eraser to kind of get it where it shouldn't be. Get it off from where it shouldn't be. Okay, I think I've done everything except the turtle now, so let me get this in the little light for a little bit. So like I said, I'm just popping it under the light for maybe a minute, probably not even that long, just long enough to where it's not going to move out of the place. So now I'm just going to put some resin in my cup and dump a bunch of my glitter in there. If I have extras, I'll just make a pendant or something. Then I'm going to just dump my glitter right in there. Get something to stir it. I just usually use my dotting tool to stir it. And then I just do it the same way. I just kind of drop it in. This has a lot more bigger areas, which is a little easier. So I'm just going to put it in, spread it around, make sure it's full. If it's not full, it kind of separates and leaves you an empty spot. So you'll know if it's full or not. Like I said, I have plenty left over. The turtle is all done. I think it's going to look really cute. I've never done these kind of molds before. I always steered away from them because I wasn't sure. Actually, look what happened. This is what I'm talking about. Right here, it separated. There wasn't enough. So I'm so glad I saw that now before I fill up an extra mold with it. I think that should be good. Maybe I'll just add a little bit here and there. So once I get this extra in the extra mold, I will put it under the UV light, top and bottom. I'll probably leave it in there for multiple minutes because I'm going to be pouring regular resin over it. The rest I'm just going to pour in a little pendant or two. Get these cured, give these away. I hope you guys like your little gifts in your bags. If you don't, let me know, because I do spend a lot of time, even though they're free gifts. I do top coat them with UV, I trim them, I put magnets on them, whatever it is. Earring pieces, I just hope you guys like them. At least give them to somebody that might like it. I think I'm just gonna make sure this one is good. I don't want it too thick that it's not gonna cure. All right, that's good. That's good. I'm gonna get my lighter. I don't see bubbles in it, but you just don't know. This was the Razzle Dazzle. It's an iridescent or a holographic silver glitter, in case you guys are looking for something like that. Okay, I'll be back in a sec. So while that one's curing over there, I'm going to go ahead and start this one. And since I have leftover white and black, I'm just going to start with the little bubbles and the fish on here and get those done. I'm putting that, since I'm not working on it, I'm just leaving it in there for like 5 minutes. Then I don't have to worry about it not curing. Or not being cured, I should say, when it comes out of the mold later. I don't know if the Light Wish is going to work in here or not good. We'll try a little piece because it's transparent. So I'm pretty sure like whatever backing I'm going to do was end up taking over this transparent, but we'll try a little bit. Try it in this little branch. So I don't think you're going to see the green. This is really, really hard, this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to wipe that out. I can barely see it in here, let alone in a finished piece. So I'm just going to wipe it out. Fill it in with a different color. So I just stuck this under the lamp and then I flip it inside out, pop the big pieces out, take a piece of tape and get the rest of the little bits out there, and then use it all over again. So let's use another green. Let's use this one. Okay, I'm going to put this one in there and I'm going to take these out. Let's check them. Yep, hopefully they're good on the other side. They've been in there quite a while. I should have made something out of that, but I didn't. Let's get this one in there for a second. There's a little heart pendant. Cute. All right, this one's done. I'm just going to set that aside. We're going to get the other one out in a second. That green's probably going to look a little messy, but oh well, I cannot help. That one was so tiny. I'm going to just add a little green to this one. Greenish blue. And do this one with it. And finally, the starfish in the gold. Okay, you guys, they're looking so good. I cured them front and back for at least 5 minutes, if not longer. As I was messing around, I just kept turning the light on, so I really don't have a time, but they're solid and they're ready. So I did change my mind because I realized when I said I'm going to do geode style, it's not going to work because geode style, this would be the top of our coaster after the mica's moved, and this is not the top of our coaster. This is the back of our coaster. This is the top. So that isn't going to work in this case. So we're going to do one style today. I'm just going to do a puddle pour to get the crackle effect. So hopefully when we flip it over, it'll look like you're underwater with all the crackling of the blue. So you need a transparent and you need a mica powder in order to get the crackle effect. I chose the midnight blue for my transparent. So I'm just going to drop a few drops in there, and the transparent is really what the veins end up being. So since I want blue in the background, and the interference is the interference blue, so there will be a tint of blue to that white. I want some color to this. I don't want it like super duper transparent. I know it looks dark, but if you're new to resin, it's not dark. You can test it on a paper towel so you know exactly what color you're working with when you pour it out. So definitely don't look at it from your cup. Look at it either on your stick, as you could see right through it, or on a paper towel, and it's very, very clear. So I'm going to pour a couple more drops in there just to get a little bit more color, because most of our color will come from this since I'm using the white interference or the blue interference. Most of it is white. So I definitely want to be able to see this. I didn't know how much to mix, so I mixed up 4 ounces. I know it's probably going to be way too much, but it's okay. That looks a little bit better. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect, perfect. Now I'm just going to take a little bit, a decent amount. Not overdo it, don't underdo it. I've already learned my lesson not to underdo it. So we'll start with 2 little scoops. See the little blue tint to it? They have multiple colors in this stuff, and it's great for crackle effects because they have purple, red, gold, blue, and green in the link that I will share with you. I can't remember if I had to buy them individually or if they came as a set. I really can't remember. I know I have all of them, but I don't know if I have all of them because I couldn't choose or if because they sent them all to me in the kit. So I can't remember. These things, they send a lot in the package. I've had these interference powders for 2 years now. I'm not even close to be using them up. I'm just kind of looking at the stick again. I want enough, because if you don't put enough, you're not going to get that crackle effect. But this one's hard to gauge because of the color of it. So I'm just going to do a tiny bit more. And this spoon is really small. It may look big, but it's really small. And make sure you stir in all your mica powder. You don't want any powder floating, or it will float in your project. And then it's too late. So we're just going to puddle pour these. We're going to pour in the transparent on the bottom, and then this on top, and that's it. I'm going to walk away. I might put you on a time lapse. See how it goes. But what's going to happen is this is going to sink to the bottom, and this is going to come up, fold over the top of it, which will leave us the veining. I think that's good. It's going to have to be because I'm afraid to put any more in there. Okay, so let me just get everything capped so I don't dump anything over. Move everything out of my way. Now it is on the heat mat, but I'm not going to turn my heat mat on until it's like stops moving in about an hour or 2.
Okay, I'm back in the New York groove. Baby, I'm back. All right, so we're going to pour a puddle. Ooh, look at that. That's like clear stuff.
And
then we're going to pour it in the other one. A little bit more. There you go. You might want to take your stick and kind of move it because
it'll move. We're doing a puddle pour.
Well, I know we're doing a puddle pour, and I'm going to explain that here in a second. So now we're going to pour in this, kind of looks like a mother of pearl white.
Interference blue.
It's interference blue. So now we're pouring a puddle. Whoa, not too much now. Not too much. You're going over.
Oh, that's going to go over.
It's going to go over.
It's going over.
It's going.
Get me a syringe.
Where do you get a syringe?
Up in that cabinet in a box top shelf.
In this cabinet? In a box. Oh, I see your rubber gloves. So now what we're doing is performing surgery on the overflow. She wasn't paying attention. That's what I get for not being in here to watch her.
Crisis averted. No, it's not. Okay.
So how's all my awesome favorite watchers doing? What are you doing? Let me sprinkle some alcohol first.
No!
What?
Okay, I'm gonna put you on a time lapse, and I did way too much.
Way too much. Where's the hands? Where's the hands?
I'm gonna just do a puddle pour here. Watch out. Excuse me.
Oh,
Excuse me. Watch out. Excuse me.
You just whacked me with the drawer. You're a drawer whacker.
I'm going to pull. I'll do it in a coaster. Maybe we'll get a good coaster out of it.
You want me to sing to you?
No.
It'd be a romantic
Nope.
song.
That would be a negative. There we go.
The pattern is full, Ghost Rider. Oh, somebody's texting me. I gotta go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll leave you
Time lapse time. Say goodbye.
Bye.
All right, you guys, it's time to see what we're working with here. But first, I want to show you the freebies from the extras. So these are the two from the glitters. I just put a little pinch bail on each of them. So 2 heart pendants. And then I have good news. These are the backs. Look, there is crackle. Remember the syringe? I was pulling it out because I overfilled it. I just dumped it in something hoping it would do something. But they're like reversible because look at the front too. The front and the back are really pretty. So this is a good sign that we might actually get a crackle. So there's 2 there. Here's one, a nice long one. So this was the top. And this was the bottom. So this one not so great. But again, this just got stirred together. So it's not like we tried to crackle. And then I did pour 1 bookmark. And I stuck a little rhinestone in the center. And the back of it did crackle too. So those were all the extras. Let's start with this one since this was extra too. This needs another coat. If it comes out good, I'll put it on. I'm not going to do it before I look though. Ready? Oh yeah, look at that. It definitely needs something in the center. Maybe I'll figure something out, but this video is getting quite long. So maybe I'll just show you an end. I don't know. I'll think about what I would do to this. So the back definitely needs to be filled in because it's got a nice big lip there. Unless I just trim that off. Then I could top coat this side with something in the center. But look at the crackle. So if this one worked, oh, let's hope these worked. I don't know. So do we start with the sea or the starfish or the turtle? Because you can't see, there's no clues looking through these. I cannot tell. All right, we're gonna start with the starfish. After about 2 hours, I turned the heat mat on. But the backs they look promising. I hope so because this was some tedious, long work. I put a lot into these things. Ready? Let's go. Well, the edges are crackled, but I'm not upset. Because look at the detail. Well, I guess that it would go like that. But it did crackle. I wonder if I screwed it up when I syringed it out. Because look at the difference. There shouldn't be a difference. The bubbles. Oh, look. The bubbles actually look like bubbles. I didn't even do that unless that was in the mold. That could have been in the mold. That or it was a happy mistake. The greens came out pretty. The starfish came out good. I just need to trim right around this leg. That's it. And right here, over poured. Oh yeah, this was the one that I over poured. But look at the little fish. They came out perfect. I am so pleased with that. I wish it was a little more blue, but I'm not going to complain. I think it came out good. Okay, let's get on to the next one. Okay, let's see. All right. I mean, the back looks good. I like these molds. Thank you, Karen. These are going to be so much fun. Experimenting with colors. Here we go. Well, that one came out better. That one is really pretty. Really pretty. I wonder if I would have used a lighter blue mica powder. But I'm not upset. I like them. I got one little stinker there of extra white right there where I don't want it. I wonder if I can get it off. Doesn't look like I'm going to. What do you think? I am really happy with them. Again, this one has just one little trim around the little leg. I like these, you guys. Cool, cool, cool. So let me think about this extra and if I'm going to do anything on video or not, okay? I'll be right back. Ta-da! So I decided to dedicate the end of this video to all of you lovely people who like long videos. I appreciate you guys watching the whole thing. Like I said in other videos, when you don't watch the whole thing, it does kind of affect the channel. So everybody that does stick around without fast forwarding, thank you from the bottom of my heart. That's why I don't like long videos, because most people don't watch the whole thing. So I'm dedicating this to those of you who watch the whole thing. I appreciate it so much. So what I did, I picked out a glitter, obviously. I trimmed the back really well. So instead of back coating this and making it thicker, because this is really nice and thin and I like them thin. So I trimmed that all off. So that's flat and level. Then you're going to want a level surface to lift it up off of your countertop with. I don't know if that was level, so I'm going to do the back side. I picked my mermaid tail, and this has beautiful greens and blues, all a couple different color blues, a little bit of green. Mermaid tail. I'm just going to stick a center in the center and UV resin it on. And then we're going to top coat it. So hopefully I can get the center. I don't really want it thick though, because the top coat I wanted thin. So that means I either take some off or I make a bigger center, which I didn't really want to do. That doesn't look too bad. All right, now we're going to get that cured, and I will mix up some resin and we'll top coat it. Here we go. Let me show you my extra. This is my mermaid tail. If it will focus for me. Really, really pretty, way prettier in person, I promise. I mixed up 1 ounce of my thick fast cure because you want the thickest one that you have so it doesn't fall over the edges. So I decided I'm going to add this. This has tones of blues and greens in it. This is my Seriously Shimmery. So I'm just going to add a little bit of shimmer to it, and I honestly might even top coat the other two because look at the blues and the greens in there. You see that? I think that the other two might look really pretty with the top coat on, nice and shiny, because like right now they're not like a matte finish, but they're not super shiny. So I don't know. I might do one and see how it goes. But let's get this one done first. Do I want more shimmer or don't I? Maybe a little more. You know I can't refuse. All I did was dip my stick in. That'll be good. So depending on how much this one takes, being that it's 11:30 at night, I do not know if I'm going to top coat the other two if I have to mix some more resin up. And this one has to be pretty thick because unfortunately, my little, oh, I gotta find the right tool. Hang on, you guys. I like my pointy one and I don't know where it is. Here it is. Okay. So just basically drag it to your edge, and I always flick my tool over the edge. It's not going to let the resin come off. It will just have tension there. Now if you have too much resin on, then it will drip off. If you have a bubble around the edge, oh, like I do right there, I just saw it, it is probably going to drain right there. So I wonder if I can get some tape on that before I get over there. Let me try really quick to get some tape on there. I just happen to have a piece sitting right here, but this is going to be difficult seeing that I already covered it. You just want to like cover the edge right there without breaking the surface tension over here. And then do the same thing. Oh, this is going to be really pretty for an extra. So I have started, just so you guys know, if things don't sell as demos, because if I make it for myself, I let you know it's for me. If I don't let you know it's for me, it's basically just a demo for you guys. And I do sell my demos at cost for no profit just to get them out of my house. So what I have started doing now for the larger orders on my eBay store, like some people spend a lot of money on these things, and I know it's not cheap to have this craft, and I appreciate them choosing me to spend their money with. What I started doing, oh shoot, there's a bubble right there too. Hopefully it won't go out. What I started doing was adding things like these into large orders. So every order gets free gifts, and a lot of them get more than one. But my large orders are starting to get larger gifts just as an appreciation gift for really, you know, spending some money at our store. So thank you guys. And things like this are starting to go out because I don't need them, and I think you guys might appreciate them or give them away or whatever you want to do with them. So that one is done. Let me bring you down so you can see it. Look at that sparkle. Oh, that's going to be so pretty. All right, let me think about the other two. Yeah, I think I'm going to try one. And if I like it, I'm going to do the other one. And the reason I lift them up off of the surface is because if they start to drip over the edge, I don't want it to adhere itself to whatever is underneath it. Now this has a lip around the edge, so I'm going to try to stay inside that lip I'm not sure if it'll happen. If not, I'm just going to change my game plan. This 1 ounce is probably going to do all 3 of them. So I guess it was meant to be to mix up 1 ounce. I have to go out the foot over here though. And this foot too. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Do you like them covered, top coated, or do you like them not top coated? Let me know in the comments. I'm just gonna turn it here. There's so many nooks and crannies. This because the mold, the way the mold was made. Oh, I don't want to really touch the sides. I already did. That will break surface tension, you guys. Don't do that. I'm going to have to go all the way to the edge. Some is getting it, some's not, so it's just too small of a lip to try to stay inside of. If it goes on to the back, then it goes on to the back. It's really not a big deal. I could trim it off. I don't want it to, but I just wish the middle was more blue than white. It's the only thing I would change. The crackle is pretty. I would like a little more crackle. I would change that too. So I just torched the tops of these because there is no mold. Let me go around this. I will let them cure overnight. Obviously, it is quite late. I think that one's perfect. Oh, I gotta do this edge. Now I won't videotape the other one, but I will show you them all when we're done. Let me just torch it, and I will get some close-ups for you as soon as they are completely dried. Okay, they are all finished. Here is the extra one that came out super nice. I really, really like that. So I'm glad I poured it in that coaster mold. And then, now the whole thing is sparkly. So I really like those too. What do you guys think about them? Should I do the rest of them? Have a whole collection? I think I'll do a different background though, or alternate, or not alternate, or just kind of mess with the ratios of the mica powder in there. All right, don't go away. I'm going to get you some close-ups. Maybe you can see it better. Maybe you can't. I'm not sure. You guys all have a blessed day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.